Welcome to Sisters in the Kingdom.
I'm Tori,
And I'm Kristen.
and we're two sisters who love all things Disney. To start us off, let's loop back. Last week we shared Toy Story 4 used a dead actor's voice. Fact or fiction?
Um, okay, I've had all of like 2 seconds to think about this because we had to pre-record and I don't
It's gonna be Thanksgiving week, so we're in the same outfits as we ended one and started this other one. So
Yes. So happy late Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope
Mhm.
you had a great time with your families. Okay, let's see. Toy Story 4, dead actor's voice. I don't know who would have passed away. I'm gonna say true. There's a lot of characters in that, and maybe they just repeated someone's line.
Oh, nice. So this is true. It is a fact. Don Rickles, who plays Mr. Potato Head, died in 2017. Toy Story 4 came out in 2019, and they had enough from like edits and all of the clips that were cut from films to fully be able to use his voice from clips in Toy Story 4.
Wow,
So he didn't record any of Toy Story 4. It was all from like clips and edits and all of that.
that is very impressive.
Right. Like I was like, "Oh, this can't like be true. Like it can't be like you said like a main character. How would you do that?" But here you go.
So what are they gonna do for Toy Story 5?
I don't know. Do we even know the plot of Toy Story 5?
Yeah, it's the electronics versus the toys.
Oh, yeah, we've had this conversation. It's like Toy Soldiers.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
No, but if any of you are older like me, you probably saw Toy Soldiers, and that was a terrifying movie. Mom and Dad have it on VHS. You can watch it up in my old bedroom when you next time you go home.
Pop it in.
You can go watch it. You're
Check
welcome.
it out. Okay, I saw before we get started. Hang on, I took a picture of it so that I
Oh
could
no, here we
tell
go.
you about it. That the Disney Treasure, so one of the new cruise ships that's coming out, it released its photos of the Haunted Mansion parlor.
Oh my gosh. So one of my best friends sent me yesterday. I was out at a work event. She said, "They're christening the treasure right now. Here's the live." She sent me the
Oh,
footage. Yes.
well, I want to go on a cruise. Was my point in that.
Oh, okay.
It
Oh,
looks
we also have
so
an update.
cool.
We have an update. Our
What?
sister-in-law is going to be joining us on our girls' trip in
Yes.
February. So we will have a third sister
Yes.
within our Sisters in the Kingdom. So we will probably do a few drops while we are there as well.
Yes, I will try to do some shorts, a little bit of what editing I can between running and
And hanging
enjoying
out.
the parks.
Yes.
But always trying to get all the videos, so we're very excited.
Yes. So this episode, we are going to go back to our restaurant reviews. And this one will be a pretty quick little episode because there's not too much to share here, but we are going to do a restaurant review on Chef Mickey's.
Yes. So, okay, Chef Mickey's, it's a little bit different, I feel like now than it used to be, but this is somewhere I remember going to like as a family growing up.
Really?
Yeah. Do you not have like memories of us going together? No. That
No.
makes sense. Our
No.
memories are terrible. So one of
They
us
are.
remembers, the other one's not gonna have.
The last time I was there, my son is 8, and
Mhm.
we took him there for his half birthday. So 7.5, almost 8 years ago would have been when I was last at Chef Mickey's.
Okay. I have been more recently. I went during they still had like half precautions. It was my first marathon. So I think it was 2022. And so even though this is a buffet restaurant, they were not serving off of the buffet. It was still like slight COVID restrictions. So everything came to our table and it was family style. And I went with my parents and my friend Kylie.
Nice.
Yes.
So let's back up for a minute. So Chef Mickey's is one of the most iconic character meals within the Disney World parks. And I think the reason is this is the Fab Five, right?
Yep.
The Fab Five are there. So you've got Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Pluto
Mm-hmm.
within this, and it's out in the open. So if you've ever seen a picture of the Contemporary Resort, this is the resort that the monorail goes through. So in the inside portion of that, kind of not their lobby, but one of their big inside portion levels, the restaurant is just out there. So the characters are roaming. It's a big buffet style. It's just kind of an iconic place that a lot of people, if this is their first time going to Disney or they've thought about going to Disney, Chef Mickey's is typically on that list for people to go to.
Yeah, because you go right through and you see everyone eating with the characters, and you're like, I want to do that. I want to go there and eat with those characters.
I will say, so for character interactions, and we've said this before, character meals are fantastic.
Mhm.
If you are going for food, there are a few character meals that I would suggest over others. And
Mhm.
this is one that I would not suggest for food purposes. I would suggest for character purposes, but not for high quality food. So
Yeah.
typically for the adult, it's going to be $58 per person for an adult and $37 per person for a child. Again, you're paying for the character interaction, that one-on-one time. You're not paying for food.
Yeah. And that's the cost for breakfast. So the price only goes up from there. The
Yep.
cheapest time to ever eat at a character meal is breakfast. That is your um, discount time to go, you
Yeah.
one could
And
say.
breakfast normally goes pretty late. Like, is it till like 11:55 tends to be like the last
Yeah.
breakfast. So honestly, you could get a really full breakfast into that kind of lunchtime and it can hold you over. So we would always suggest that is probably your best time. But those dinner prices, like she said, do go up. So for adults, it then jumps to $69 per person, and kids, it's $44 per person. And I don't know about any of you. My kids are not eating $44 worth of food. I mean,
I
I'm
don't
not
even
eating
eat 44.
$69 worth of food, but my kids for sure are not eating $44 worth of food. And most of the time, my kids are eating mac and cheese, a piece of pizza, and maybe a chicken finger if they get like wild and crazy. So let's jump up. You want to talk about breakfast buffet options?
Yeah. So starting off in the buffet, you're going to have buttermilk biscuits and sausage gravy. You're going to have some corned beef hash, a selection of fruits, steak and egg scramble omelets. They also have a tofu scramble option. And then
Ooh.
you have waffles, house-made French toast, seasonal pancakes, and croissant beignets. And then they have charcuterie and cheese boards. That's not like high on my list for breakfast, but I know our dad loves some charcuterie with his breakfast. Always a
Yeah.
fan. And then they also have carved pit ham and andouille, peppers and onions. So a wide variety of food options, but not like that's it. That's
That's
what's
what you
on your
get.
buffet.
Yeah.
That and your characters. But the characters are awesome. I feel like we should pause real quick and talk about how they're all dressed up like kitchens, like workers, cooks.
Yeah,
And they
they all
have
have
their aprons,
aprons. It's very cute. There is
like
a dance
checkered
that
pattern.
Yes, there's a dance that happens. I don't have here. I've got something random. This is not fabric, but you have napkins at your table, and so like they do this thing where they're like, take your napkin out and roll it, like like
Music
lasso.
plays and it's a dance party. And so
Yeah,
they come and they like dance in, and
hmm
then you swing your napkin, and then usually they rotate through in a system starting at one side of where everyone's eating, and they rotate the characters through. That way you get to talk to and meet all of them,
right, right.
get your signatures.
They do include drinks in this meal, but it's not specialty or alcoholic drinks. So if you want like a soft drink or sometimes like juices, we'll consider as your drink. But if you want a magical morning cocktail with your breakfast,
What a
it's gonna be
name.
it's gonna be between 15.50 and 19.50. You've got a peach Bellini, a legacy mimosa, an island fruit fusion punch, blackberry orange spritz, a chef's Bloody Mary, a sunrise margarita, and a cold brew martini for your options.
Yeah. And then non-alcoholic options besides just like your typical water, milk, juice, are going to run you between $6 and $12. So they have a Mickey Mouse smoothie. This is a mango smoothie and a strawberry smoothie combined.
You've
Top.
had this.
I've had one of them. There's two different ones. So I haven't had the Mickey. I've had the mini. We'll get there.
Okay. Okay.
So the Mickey is mango smoothie, strawberry smoothie. It's topped with whipped cream, cookies, and cream crumbles. And then they have a cold brew coffee, a pomegranate lemonade. They have a pink spritzer. So that's pink London non-alcoholic spirit, grapefruit soda, pomegranate green tea, lime, and mint. It sounds kind of not good. Tori thinks not good.
No.
Okay, they also have So Many Wishes, which is a pomegranate green tea, hibiscus, lemon, and a dash of stardust. I'm not sure what stardust includes.
Why is there so many pomegranate drinks?
Popular? I don't know. Okay, the next one I have had. So this is the Minnie Mouse smoothie. It is a strawberry smoothie mixed with a vanilla smoothie, and it's topped with whipped cream and a white chocolate bow. It makes for a beautiful photo.
They also have watermelon lemonade, hot chocolate, and an agave garden. So they have Lyres.
I don't know how you say that. Liars agave?
Oh, there we go. Agave reserve spirit, cold pressured lime juice, passion fruit, papaya green tea, and cucumber.
They're really into their tea and fruit mixes for the morning. But I can get behind a cold tea mix if it has fun flavors.
Interesting. Me? Not so much. I don't want the tea.
Not at all?
No.
Wouldn't even give it like a sip if it looked pretty? No.
No tea. No thanks. So your lunch and dinner options here, again, you're dealing with a buffet. So you've got tomato and rosemary focaccia. You've got a carving station featuring whatever the chef's selection is. Normally like some kind of like meat, like a steak or like, I don't know, some ham, those kind of things. They've got, here's the next one. They've got a carved New York strip loin and an herb roasted turkey. They've got baked mac and cheese, grilled and roasted veggies, seasonal inspired salads, shrimp scampi, plant-based seasonal inspired dishes, veggie stir-fry noodles, snow crab legs with butter, but that's $29 per pound. So that's an extra cost that is not included in your $69.
Not where I would go to get crab.
Right. And then you have chef's selection of desserts, including a warm apple crisp. So again, I don't think it's listed on here, but I am almost certain there's like a kids section of the buffet that is like
I think
chicken
so
nuggets
too.
or something.
But I couldn't find it on the website.
I'm pretty sure though most of the buffets have like a kids specific,
like in kind of the center.
Yeah. And then your non-alcoholic specialty offerings are going to be the same as breakfast, but you're going to not have the coffee or the hot chocolate, and there's like a full bar. So think about anything you would want within that. So there's not much to share. Unlimited food, you can come and go as you please. It is a fun experience within a hotel that a lot of people don't get the chance to stay at, but it's an iconic thing. So a lot of people enjoy that. You can park at the hotel to come in for your reservation, but typically, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's like a time limit. Like you can't go for breakfast, park your car, and then walk to Magic Kingdom and leave your car there all day.
No, you can't. But it's also pretty close to the Ticket and Transportation Center. So you could just then move your car to that area.
Yeah, it would be a good one if you were doing a Magic Kingdom day and you were like, oh, I'm going to go do an 11 o'clock breakfast to go to Magic Kingdom. You can walk or take the monorail to the Contemporary, go eat, go enjoy some air conditioning, relax, and then go back to the park afterwards.
Or you could just do like a little monorail resort hopping on that loop. That's one of my favorite activities.
Should we do that in February?
We could. It's one of my favorite like day off activity. I think that's why I got into it is Joe and I one time we didn't have tickets to the park, so we got we went to breakfast at the Grand Floridian and then got on the monorail, went to the Polynesian, got some Dole Whip at the Polynesian, then went to the Contemporary, shopped in the Contemporary, then went by Magic Kingdom. So you get the whole experience without going into the park.
Well, we're staying at Polynesian, so we can easily do.
You can just keep looping.
We could just loop away.
But I really like this restaurant. I don't know how you don't have any memories.
I have memories. I remember my son seeing Pluto and being so excited, and Pluto playing hide and seek with my son when he was 6 months old. And I clearly remember that. And I even remember that onesie. He was wearing a gray onesie with like overalls that said "It's my half birthday" on it. I remember.
Yeah.
So I have memories.
I think it's a good place to go with your family. Food is not top notch, but character experiences are very fun.
Yeah.
I had like a
Especially-
first trip meal.
Especially if you're not doing a park day, like Kay said. If you, like, this would be a good, like, arrival day or, like, an off day. If you really want to be in that Disney bubble and experience some of that, but you don't want to pay the price to be in the park, this is something that would be a fun bridge into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a thought. So we're going to be past Thanksgiving when this comes out, but with Thanksgiving coming up, what characters, okay, so like of the Fab Five, what food do you think they would bring to Thanksgiving?
Okay. All right. Am I going to go through my whole thing and then you'll go through yours?
I just thought we could do it together.
Oh, so Mickey. Yeah. What's Mickey bringing?
Well, I feel like Mickey would either be a pie or like the main dish.
See, I picture it being at Mickey and Minnie's house, and Minnie is mastering that turkey. Like, kind of like how our dad really, well, so it could be Mickey, but like how dad wanders in and out of the kitchen on Thanksgiving, but really mom runs the show.
Okay.
That's how I picture the situation.
Okay, so Minnie is doing a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mickey's
the taste tester and will carve the turkey.
Tester. Okay, so then what's Pluto doing?
Pluto's bringing the cranberries. Nobody's going to eat it.
The cranberries. Okay, so Pluto's got the cranberries. I feel like Daisy is going to show up with something elaborate with a bow on it. So maybe a pie.
Oh, yeah, like an elaborate dessert.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Donald's going to come with something that's not right. Like, it reminds me of Friends, you know, when Joey makes or is it Rachel? Rachel makes the trifle with like, that's going to be Donald. He's going to try really hard, but it's not going to be the right concoction.
Or it's going to be something like squished down and
then he's going to throw the fit. Like, his arms are going to be up.
Like green beans. The green beans are going to splatter everywhere.
Yeah. Chip and Dale. We said Fab Five. I want everyone to know, and Chip and Dale aren't part of that. We both just went to, we're going to continue. Chip and Dale must be next.
It's Thanksgiving. They're all coming.
The rolls. I picture them bringing the rolls and throwing them at each other.
In their basket.
Yes.
In their picnic basket.
Yep.
What about Goofy?
Goofy's bringing the mashed potatoes.
I can see that.
Who else? Clarabelle.
I don't know. See, now everyone does their Thanksgivings different. So, like, every Thanksgiving that I've been to, the foods are always different. So, I don't know, like, would their foods be different?
Are they bringing a spaghetti? I heard today someone saying that they were going to do a lasagna.
I've had lasagna on Thanksgiving before, and it was really good.
See? Everybody does something different.
Maybe.
I don't think Clarabelle's bringing a lasagna, but...
No, I agree. I feel like she's bringing, like, eggs. Ice cream. There we go.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, this is a short episode. We knew it was going to be pretty short, but we wanted to give you our experience at Chef Mickey's. But before we go, I have to end with a little fact or fiction. So this week's is Violet in The Incredibles' name has a special meaning. Fact or fiction? Join us next time for the answer.
You've been listening to Sisters in the Kingdom. If you like this episode, please drop us a rating and review below. We hope you've enjoyed this little piece of Disney in your day. And remember, you are the magic.